Hi everybody, this is Diane. It's still Thanksgiving. I am making a second video, so it'll be probably 2 days after Thanksgiving when you see this at least. But I left off, I'm sorry, let's go back to this. I'm making pages for these journals. I have the pages done for this journal, but I'm making a couple more in different colors. So I'm using these as a guide in making the other pages. It's much quicker. Once I get the first set done, then I can go a lot quicker because I don't have to think about really what I'm going to do, except for, you know, how each one is going to be different, so there will be some differences. I don't want to do that yet. So I left off with these pages out of a book about jewelry, and I added some journaling places on them. I just want to add a little bit of decoration to those pages. So I have this little piece of lace. I'm just going to cut a small, actually I'll just cut the netting off, and maybe this little piece with the diamond design on it. That's all I want, just a little piece like that. I'll just put a little bit of glue down here and lay this down on top of it. Then I took one of my embossed leaf fronds and rubbed my pad over it with just whatever ink was on it, and that helps the embossing stand out a little more. And I'll just glue that down. Oops! I also have my vintage gift tags. So I thought maybe I might use some of them. That could be vertical. I kind of want something vertical there. Okay, now this one, that would look pretty. See if there's any color. Whoops! I tore that. Rubbed it a little too hard. This paper is thin, and it was already weakened probably by being embossed. This can go in the book I'm keeping for myself. And this one. This is a little embossed button. Just want to poke those little holes. All right, so that's 2 types of pages done. No, 3, because we did the one with the flap and we did the one with the fabric pocket. I don't think we were done with this one though, were we? Oh yeah, I did the envelopes on 2 of them. Okay, moving on to the 4th page. All of the signatures don't have the same pages. Like I made 2 of these, 2 of these, but every signature has one of these in it. So I don't know why I just did 2, but we'll get back to it. So this is just a plain coffee dyed paper, pretty simple. It's got coffee dyed paper as a pocket that's decorated and a little flower, and it's folded so that 1 page is short. Put some of this stuff away, out of my way. So I have my pages here. And I picked out some flowers that I can glue on the pages and my pockets, and it's a little bit of sheer fabric. Let's see how big I made this page. Eight and a half inches. And 6 inches, just under 6 inches high. Okay. So the easy thing is just to glue the flower on to the front page. I guess I laid it down in some glue that seeped out. This can go in the peach colored journal. Now this is the real deal. This is going in my journal. I have digitals of Victorian ephemera, antique Victorian ephemera or something like that. And these pieces that are real that I got at a flea market are in my shop as digitals, but I'm using the real deal on that one. And this is a digital from somebody else's shop. I just have it in my binder of ephemera. I don't remember. I don't know if it's Tsunami Rose or somebody else. Okay, that part was easy. Now we're going to make just a pocket like that. And it has torn edges. Oh, stop. I'm going to add a little bit of sheer fabric. This is from some sort of a, I think it's a handkerchief, but you wouldn't use it as a handkerchief because it's so sheer, but it's just something pretty to carry. And maybe one of these medallions. Okay, you're yelling at me because I'm gluing the top part of the pocket. Right? You were yelling at me, right? Okay, so I have some pretty ephemera in here. These two were cut out of the artist papers in a Somerset magazine, so I'll back them to cover up some of the words that are there. And this also, this was from a book about advertising cards, so I will back all of them with some coffee dyed paper. But let's see what we have that I can use in this one. This one is a little too tall. Maybe that one. It's one of those advertising cards. Aw, isn't he cute? That will do. I won't do the other ones right now because I'll just do them all similarly. All I have to do is make the pocket for them. And I will do that off camera. And then those pages will be done. The next page is made out of digital wallpaper, and it's also pretty simple. This is one of mine. And it's a really old and fragile one, and you can see all the creases in it. And I love the way that looks. So what do I have for these journals? And then someone made me this long strip of pleated paper, and it's beautiful. She did a really wonderful job on this. And so I'm using pieces of that just to embellish the page. So this one is one of mine. And this one is one of mine. You saw that I pulled out the real piece to cut a piece off it. So that's what I have for this. I just need to cut it 6 inches or just under 6 inches. And then the width of it will be fine the way it is. I saved this. I just have to trim the white off. I didn't have any more wallpaper digitals printed that were in the right colors. So last night I printed some more. So I printed this one for the Peach Journal. Isn't that beautiful? This is from Tailor Made Journals. And that could go in the Peach and Brown Journal. And I'm not sure. I have to have one more for the Pink Journal, I think. Not that one. I just printed that because as soon as I saw it, it made me happy. So I printed it so I'd have it in my stash. So I'll figure one of those out later. For now, did I cut that to... No. I just trimmed it. I didn't cut it to 6 inches. I won't do the inking right now. I inked this with brown, you know, the vintage photo, and then one of the blues. So I will ink this later. And so I won't glue the piece on, but it will get one of these pleated fabric or pleated paper pieces glued to it after I ink it. So that's a pretty simple page. If you don't have scrapbook or wallpaper digitals, just use scrapbook paper or any kind of digital that you have that you like. So I'll finish that later. Next I have a page from Kate Greenaway. So I have those pages here, and then on the back I made a pocket out of one of these Tailor-Made Journals pages, so I have that ready. And I think I put 2 of these Kate Greenaway pages in the first journal, so I'm just going to trim them. I don't think I want to use these that have more saturated color, because I wanted a more subtle, neutral look in these journals with touches of color. You've seen, you know, the wallpaper and some of the other things add color, but I didn't want that much saturation of color. Okay, I'll set 2 of these aside for whatever I'm going to do to them. But for this, I need a pocket from this. This is cardstock. And it's tearing quite nicely. Until I said that. That was just because my ruler slipped. And let's make it about that width or depth. Now we just have to ink them and do a little decorating. I've got some of that music paper with the modeling paste on it and one of my vintage gift tags. So it's pretty simple still. Just looks a little more complicated because of the elements of texture in the design here and in the modeling paste. We've got, looks like lots of layers because of the textures in these papers. And of course there are layers. There's modeling paste layered on top of music paper and the gift tag, so there's layers, but just the designs on the papers make it look more layered, if you know what I mean. where it goes. Oh, look at that. It's adorable. I have lots of things already printed in here that I want to use. Some of those are too small. I want something with a little color. Well, this isn't colored, but it's got the pinkish hue. Maybe I'll use that. Maybe I'll find something else to put there. I have these cabinet cards that I had the backgrounds. These might be from tailor-made journals too. But see, that's what this is, that pretty green. That's what I wanted, something pretty color. Here's a calling card. I'll tuck that in. It's a really beautiful little gift card. Oops. This almost looks like there's a layer of tracing paper over it because it looks muted and not a crisp design. And I will find cards to insert in that later. So those pages are done. Next in the journal, I have a piece of colored tracing paper. I think I got this free it was a freebie when I ordered some coffee dyed paper. So I don't have any more in that color, or, you know, the colors that I need, and I didn't want to dye paper. But I have a piece of pink coffee dyed and a piece of this, which is kind of bright, but I'm going to try putting some ink on it. Let's try it with one of my brushes. It helps. Then all I have to do to this is glue some lace to the bottom, like that. See what lace I brought over. I have this one. That's quite pretty. And this one, so that's it. That page is done. Very simple, but because of the color and the texture of the paper and the addition of some pretty lace, it dresses it up. And there's only one page left to do in this signature. And that is with another piece of Wallpaper digital. And this is a little scrap of real wallpaper that came from this paper. So it's got a little tuck spot on the back with one of those pieces of these cardstock pieces, a little bit of lace, and a collage here that you can journal on. And that is it for this signature. And probably I'll do the rest without having the camera on. the rest of the signatures. Some of these pages are going to be for other signatures. If I've done 2 of the same thing for each journal, that means it's going in a different signature too. So we're making progress quite quickly. This is one of my digitals. And this is one of my digitals. I had it folded that way, so this is the center of the signature. So I have to ink around these edges and then make the collage and the pocket. So I'm not going to do that right now because the inking will take a little time and be boring, but that's what I have to do yet to finish up the pages for this signature. So thank you for watching. I hope that you're finding this interesting as we go through these pages. Let me just show you quickly what we did. There's a Kate Greenaway page with that pocket. There's a coffee dyed paper page with feed sack fabric pocket. This one happens to have the doily design imprinted on it. Oh, and also the embossed envelope pocket. And we did this one with the flap. It's one of my favorite pages. And we did a jewelry page with journaling spots and some decorations, embellishments. And the tissue, the colored papers with just some lace. Coffee dyed paper with some flowers and a pocket that's decorated. These don't have the pockets on them yet. We didn't do this one yet. I have to ink it and then glue this on. Wallpaper digital. And then another wallpaper digital that needs inking. So that's what we did today. And now I have to go get ready to go to my daughter's house for Thanksgiving dinner. Thank you very much for your attention today. I hope you felt inspired and are enjoying seeing this book come together. I will see you in the next video. Have a creative day today. Bye-bye.